English congratulations are in order. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Day Day. Today is kind of a sad day.
Why is that?
This is the last episode of Upper Intermediate Season 1.
You're right. This is already lesson 25.
It really flew by, didn't it?
It did. Anyhow, in this lesson, you'll learn how to use multiple adjectives to describe something.
Sheila calls Dave to congratulate him over the phone. He's in Oregon with Isabel while she is back home in Washington, D.C.
Of course, as we already know, they will be speaking casually. They are both very happy.
Okay, this is the last time we get to do this. You ready?
Let's listen to the conversation.
Congratulations. I just saw they called the race for your candidate.
Thanks. I'm so relieved. It's been a crazy long night.
I imagine so. How do you feel?
Sheila, you can't imagine how pumped I am. I bought a $300 bottle of fantastic old French champagne.
Whoa, big spender. You deserve it, though. You have been working so hard.
Thanks. We popped it open and sprayed it everywhere. I wish you could have been there.
You silly little boy. That's such a pointless waste.
It was great. Straight out of the movies.
I guess I am a bit jealous.
Anyhow, I have to get back to the festivities.
Enjoy your special night. Yay! Dave's candidate won. That sounds like a fun party.
Winning is fun. Celebrating is fun. In the U.S., everyone celebrates in different ways, and later we'll learn about how some Americans celebrate their victories by spraying each other with champagne.
What? Spraying each other with champagne? So that is what Dave was talking about.
Later, Day-Day, we'll discuss that.
Okay.
Regardless, that is not that common of a practice. While most people do not usually spray it, champagne is the traditional drink of celebration. We use it for toasts on New Year's, at weddings, and when we have a big personal or team victory. Because champagne is more expensive than other types of drinks, it is usually reserved for these types of special, happy occasions.
I think we should have some champagne for this lesson then.
Not a bad idea at all.
How about after the lesson?
Sounds good.
Let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson. The first word we shall see is
To call.
to declare someone the winner of something.
To call. To call.
Next,
Relieved.
relaxed after experiencing a lot of stress.
Relieved. Relieved.
Next,
Pumped.
excited.
Pumped. Pumped.
Next,
To pop open.
to open something under pressure, like soda or beer.
To pop open. To pop open.
Next,
To spray.
to squirt, to drive liquid through the air.
To spray. To spray.
Next,
Pointless.
without meaning or purpose.
Pointless. Pointless.
Next,
Festivity.
celebration.
Festivity. Festivity.
Next,
Jealous.
feeling of envy toward someone or their achievements.
Jealous. Jealous.
Let's take a look at the last two phrases we have from this dialogue.
Sure thing. This is what you've been waiting for.
To spray, which means to drive liquid through the air. So Dave said, we popped it open and sprayed it everywhere. Some of our listeners may be wondering why he'd want to do that.
Well, a strange tradition in the United States and some European countries is to pop open bottles of champagne and spray them into the air to create a fountain. It is a bit wasteful, but considered fun to do after a big victory or special event. Probably the most common time is on New Year's Eve.
Definitely wasteful. I'd much rather drink it than have it sprayed all around.
You know, I'd have to agree with you. What's our next phrase?
Pumped, meaning to be extremely excited.
Dave says, "You can't imagine how pumped I am." Last lesson, we learned about adrenaline, and this phrase also comes from the idea of being pumped full of adrenaline, meaning that we are so excited because we are full of adrenaline.
I'm so pumped this is our last lesson.
Me too. Are you pumped for the grammar?
You better believe it.
Then let's get started.
The focus of this lesson is the order of adjectives.
In this lesson, we will learn that when we use multiple adjectives to describe something, that they follow a specific order.
For example, Dave says,
I bought a $300 bottle of fantastic old French champagne.
Why does he say fantastic old French champagne and not French old fantastic champagne?
Great question. Let's look at how we put our adjectives in order. The first place will always be taken if we use an adjective that describes what you think about the object.
So a cool car or an interesting book.
Exactly. Next come adjectives that describe the size or scale of the object.
Like a huge building or a tall giraffe.
Right. And after that come any adjectives that describe the age of the object.
Like an ancient pyramid or a new dress.
And after that come adjectives that describe the shape of the object.
Like a circular box or a rectangular building.
Yup. And then come adjectives that describe the color of the object.
Like brown shoes or a white shirt. Geez, there are a lot.
There are, but we're almost done. Next to last come adjectives that describe the location where the object is from.
Like an African instrument or a Russian doll.
And finally, use adjectives that describe the material of the object.
Like a metal bell or a cotton rag.
Phew, that was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was. Check out the lesson notes for a written explanation.
I think it might be easier to see this as a chart rather than just hear them.
Anyhow, though, let's look at some examples.
Okay, if you wanted to describe a violin and it was made of wood, from Italy, and beautiful, what could you say?
A beautiful Italian wooden violin.
Right. Beautiful is your opinion, so it goes first.
Then Italy is where it's from.
And wooden is its material.
Okay, let's look at what Dave said.
He described the champagne as fantastic, old, and French.
Well, fantastic is what he thinks about it, so it's first.
And then the age of it is old, so that's next.
And French describes its location, so it's last.
Great job. And with that, I hate to say, we are just about finished.
It has been a pleasure being your host for Upper Intermediate Season 1.
We hope that we'll be back in the future. So, for the last time, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Day Day.
We wish you the best in your future learning.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Until we meet again.
Congratulations. I just saw they called the race for your candidate.
Thanks. I'm so relieved. It's been a crazy long night.
I imagine so. How do you feel?
Sheila, you can't imagine how pumped I am. I bought a $300 bottle of fantastic old French champagne.
Whoa, big spender. You deserve it, though. You have been working so hard.
Thanks. We popped it open and sprayed it everywhere. I wish you could have been there.
You silly little boy. That's such a pointless waste.
It was great. Straight out of the movies.
I guess I am a bit jealous.
Anyhow, I have to get back to the festivities.
Enjoy your special night.